I came in contact with Nadeem, and um, I have joined Nadeem's classes, particularly in network security, wherein I have learned Flal to next generation firewall, layer 7 firewall. Alhamdulillah, I learned a lot in that class, and also I have later on I have joined CCNA classes of Nadeem. So that was completed last last week. So I'm really very thankful to Nadeem that he has given me an opportunity to learn AWS. So this is my short introduction.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Ismail bhai.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Muhammad Ismail. I'm colleague of Nadeem. I have 12 plus years of experience in Citrix and server administrator. As everyone is running behind the cloud technology, and cloud technology has a great future. So that is the reason I would like to join this batch. I know Nadeem will be teaching well, so we will have a good career opportunities. Yeah. Thank you.
Nasir bhai.
Assalamualaikum all. Myself, Khaja Nasiruddin. I work with Nadeem in Invesco, so I have around 10 years of experience. So as AWS is the hotcake in the market as of now, so I want to keep myself up to date with the ongoing technologies and explore things. So I would like to learn this thing. So came to know that Nadeem is giving a lecture on this thing. So thought of joining this thing and seeing how things goes on. So hope I'll be able to explore myself with these sessions. Thank you.
We also have Sadanand. Sadanand, can you introduce yourself? Short introduction. Okay, so no problem. Siddharthi, if you can introduce, there is no compulsion. If you want to be silent, no problem. But it's good if you can introduce yourself. Okay, no problem. So let's move on. So today's lecture is AWS demo. What is AWS? It is not possible to explain entire cloud in one lecture. Okay? So into today's lecture, I will brief you about the comparative study between the infrastructure and the cloud. Okay, as you just understand during the introduction, we have a mixture of the experience. We have Ismail and Nasir, they are belongs to the core infrastructure. We have Ibadullah, he is into the servers in 15 years. We have Salman, he is into the security. Okay, so like this, I have one more UK student, he will 10 years. So why I am trying to collaborate these all guys, because these all are having different experience. So let's you utilize the experience, your infrastructure experience. Muhammad Nadeemuddin, I'm into the training since 2006. I started teaching how to click the mouse and from that, and I have experience of more than 10 years in India, USA, UAE, and in the network and security. And since I moved into the automation in the cloud. Okay, so why automation? Why I moved? So that's the reason, because the future is the cloud. The future is going towards the automations. So what I understand is the infrastructure. It was there was more than not or 2 decades, but now next 10 years, if you what I understand from my experience and from the technology perspective, if you have a cloud and the automation in your pocket, next 10 years will be yours. Okay, you will be in the huge demand for the next 10 years. Believe me. Why? Because I'm working into the industry where in every 1 year 2 years the technology gets changed. So that's why I moved to myself to the cloud and automation, and I learned a lot there. I deployed, and then just thought to let's start, because before that I was taking lectures for the Cisco, firewalls, Palo Alto firewalls, and then security. And now let's started with the cloud as well. Okay, so agenda. What is today's agenda? So we will go with the AWS certification track first. Okay, then we will see what is the traditional infrastructure. We will also see Amazon web services. Then we will see infra versus cloud. Why the infra and why the cloud? Okay, then we'll see the cloud provider services. Why the AWS only? Why not Microsoft? Why not Azure? And we will also see the demo, and we will walk through with the AWS GUI. So I would like to explain, give the demo of how quickly we can build the servers. Okay, it is not a very hard and soft. It's very simple. Okay, so that's what. So let's start with the AWS certification. Okay, so see, AWS, Amazon Web Services. Okay, so Amazon Web Services, like Cisco. We know the Cisco, they have their own products. So they created CCNA, CCNP, and the CCI. Okay, professional level, associate level, and all. Similarly, Azure is one of the vendor. They provide the providers. Similarly, F5 is the load balancer. They provide the product, and they use the certification. They provide the certification to handle their products. Similarly, the AWS, they are the cloud providers. Okay, and what they said is, to handle our products, we need to a certified people. And you know, the organization, outside organization, what they look for, they will not understand whether you learn AWS or not. Many organizations, they will ask, are you a solution architect? Are you a solution professional? Are you AWS certified? Yes or not? Whether you learn the course or not, that's secondary thing. But in many organizations, the primary condition for the job position will be, are you AWS certified or not? Okay, that's why certification is very important in the networking world. If you go there, so it will clearly mention that, are you a CCNA certified? Are you a CCNP certified? If yes, then let's have an interview. Okay, so AWS has a 3 level of certification: foundation, associate, professional, and also they have a specialist track. Okay, the first thing, the beginner foundation, it is nothing but the cloud practitioner. Cloud practitioner, this is very basic level of certification. So in this, what is the expectation is, the candidate should know the terminologies of the cloud, like what is EC2, what is VPC, what is the AWS console, then what is Lambda, what is cloud practitioner, sorry, various services. You must have awareness of the basic networks and availability zones, and the Amazon had different regions. You should have understanding of that. So that is expectation from the foundation. Okay, so this is the first paper, cloud practitioner. Then they have associate level thing. So what they did is they categorize. Either you go for the solution architect. Okay, solution architect, associate level means these people will make a cloud. Okay, they handle the cloud. Solution architect, they provide the design. They provide like how we are going to connect from our infrastructure to the cloud. Okay, they will design the IP addresses. They will design the subnets. Okay, they will design which region we want to deploy things. Okay, that's the one thing, solution architect. Then there is a special thing, operations, SysOps. Okay, if you want to be in the operation, AWS operation. Okay, like we have a network operation, we have a infrastructure operation. Like I as you know, like they are working into the operation. They know day to day how the incidents come, how to run on the call, how to escalation issues and all. Similarly, there is a separate paper for the operation administrators. So these administrators, they handle uh, the operation. They manage that. AWS, you can develop the scripts. You can develop the script to build the servers. You can develop the script to make the security. Okay, so you can become a developer for that. Okay, similarly in the professional level, after the professional level, see this is the basic. I can say this is the first level, second level, this is the third level. Okay, third level is the professional. So the professional is these guys should be uh, they will, if no one is if any organization they are new for the cloud, okay, and they want to move to the cloud, so they will hire solution architect. So this architect, they provide the solution how to connect from your office to the cloud. Okay, what will be the parameters? How many services you are going to move? How you are going to move from infrastructure to cloud? How the database will be? This connectivity, everything these people will manage. Okay, and similarly they have AWS certified DevOps. DevOps, you might have heard about the DevOps. What is DevOps? DevOps, it is not a one technology. It is a combination of multiple technology. Okay, DevOps is something collaborating a multiple collaborating multiple teams and work together. Okay, let's say for example you want to achieve one application. Okay, you want to host one application. So you need a network infrastructure, right? You need code, you need web pages, you need a security, you need automation. So what this DevOps people will do is they will work in one platform. Okay, and they will collaborate, and by using the teams, by using the like common tools, they will achieve that goal. So by using the automation, like Python will come into picture, then Ansible will come into picture, then cloud will come into picture. So this all, it's actually the collaboration. So DevOps, it is not one particular. There is a misconception in the students. They said DevOps is some technology. No, DevOps is not technology. DevOps, it is a combination of multiple technologies. Okay, so we'll talk in a future lecture. We'll discuss on this. So you know what? You cannot go directly to this certification. You need at least cloud practitioner, or you need at least AWS certified solution architect, this course. Then only you can move to this course. Okay, you need primary this I'm making the star. So for the AWS you need okay, just leave about the cloud practitioner because it is not required, because if you learn the syllabus of cloud practitioner, you can able to get certification of this solution architect. So you can target after post completion of this course, AWS you can target for this solution architect associate. But here in this not much detail, but you know I'm trying to combine these two courses. Okay, I'm trying to combine this in the professional level and the associate level. Okay, but after completion of this course, I would suggest you can go for this certification, and the cost for this certification is as per today's thing, I think it is 14,000 to 15,000 Indian rupees for solution architect associate. Okay, so apart, these are the traditional foundation, associate, and professional, and now they have a specialist. Okay, networking, advanced network specialist. So now you will ask me why the network came into picture into AWS. Yes, AWS is nothing but the network only. Yes, because you have a subnets there, you have IP addresses there, you have a VPN there, you have a firewalls there. So network guys are required there. Similarly, you will ask security, because security is a big question. There is a lot of discussion for the security, right? A lot of discussion for okay, lot of discussion for the security going on. So what people do is, like, if you are moving from infrastructure to cloud, so the people will ask you why you want to put your data into the cloud, which is more less secure. So that's why the organization, they are looking for the security specialist. Those are going to secure our cloud. So huge demand. I will tell you, literally 2 years back, I got a call from Tech Mahindra, India, Hyderabad. I got a call from Tech Mahindra. One of my colleague, he called, Nadeem, are you AWS certified security specialist? So I said, no, I'm preparing for that. So he said, actually, we are looking for this. So I just for in 2 years back, I'm talking about. So I just asked I just wanted to know the market level of this. So I just said, what will be the expected package for security solution? So he said 35 to 40 lakhs. AWS certified security specialist. Guys, 35 to 40 lakhs Indian rupees for this certification. Just think about this. Huge demand. Why the organization, they are about to give the 40 lakhs rupees to the candidate? Why? Because the cloud is it is in the demand, and the security of that cloud is in a huge demand. Myself and Salman, we were discussing 2 days back about the security, because Salman belongs to the security. So like security, it is not one terminology. It has a number of features to make the security, from admin level to the code level security. So it's like separate paper, separate a discussion for that. But you can become a security expert. See, you can see here, machine learning, Alexa skill builder, data analysis, database. See, the AWS is open for all the infrastructure people. Okay, if you are working in the database, in the infrastructure, you can work the same in the AWS database. If you're a network guy, then you can become advanced networking guy of the AWS. You're a security guy, you can become advanced security level of this guy. Okay, and but the moral of the story is, this paper, this is a basic code. You need at least to be start with AWS, you need at they will be administrators of AWS. They will manage the AWS and all. Okay, so and later in the future, if you want, you can go either you can go for the professional level, or you can pick anything from here. You can pick any thing, because you cannot write directly this paper. You need at least the associate level paper to write this specialist paper. This one, any specialist, if you want to become a specialist. So this is the primary. Okay, so this is about the certification track. Any questions here before I move forward?
So Nadeem, like the foundation is the basic thing, what we have to start off with. Then we will go with the associate. Then we have an option to skip professional and then directly move to specialty. So
Exactly.
as you are stressing more on solutions architect. So I would like to understand more about the role of sysops administrator, because we fall into that category. So how we explore ourselves after that professional, then to choose our specialty. Then
So this is about the basics. Okay, so once you understand the cloud console, the cloud services, then in the cloud there are many services. Okay, like EC2 instances, you can with the sysops, what you can do is, like in the speciality of the sysop will be, you will be able to manage the endpoints, you will be able to manage the servers, you will be able to manage the security of that server. You will be able to manage the access level restrictions of that system. So how you secure infrastructure servers, similarly the same thing you can make that monitoring of that servers. So if you cover in this course, okay, because sysops is nothing but the system operations. Okay, the how to operate, how to deploy the servers, Linux servers, you will have Oracle servers, database servers, Microsoft servers. You can deploy, you can manage, you can monitor it. You will get alerts. You can integrate with your email things. If any server went down, you will get the alerts. You can have a maintenance window. You can that paper is more focused on what you do in day-to-day activity in your infrastructure. What you do, you're managing the servers. Like let's say 1,000 servers are there, so you have a SolarWind monitoring. Okay, if any server went down, you will get an alerts. You need to work on that. Why the server went down? You work with different teams. Similarly, you will have a operating system installation. Okay, you need to upgrade the operating system. You need to take a downtime with the change management, and you work on that. Similarly, some application hosted on the server, one service is not working on that. The same thing you are going to do in the cloud. The only difference here is in the infrastructure. Nasir, if you say in infrastructure, if you are a particular with let's say Hyderabad, you have a Hyderabad office, you have a data center here, and you have a network racks, network room. In that you will have another server, servers and all physical servers, where you required a power, you required a AC, you required a maintenance of this data center, right? If anything, let's say now we are working from home, so you're by the VPN you are connecting to the office, or you're managing server. Okay, but here what about, let's say your network goes down here, so how you're going to connect your servers? So these all things, the only difference here is the same thing you can work from home only. Only thing is, instead of connecting to the office, you can connect to the AWS cloud and manage the servers here. There is a monitoring tools available. There is a alerting tool. There is a email alerts available. SNMP, it support the SNMP. It support the DNS. You don't require a DNS server. You don't require a storage. Here S3 buckets are there. You can store the things there. You can use the you don't require any for access level physical server. There is a IAM management here. So we'll walk through with those services. But you can manage what you do in your infrastructure day-to-day activity. Same thing you can do in the cloud. Okay. So so there is a more focus on, so you can focus on this one, and you can do this certification. There is not much difference in the syllabus. Okay, but the thing is the console level. So throughout this course, so my focus will be you will be able to manage the AWS console. Okay, you will be familiarized with all the services, not all those services, most of the services, most of the used services, monitoring tools. Okay, how to configure the servers, how to deploy the servers, how to secure the servers, how to connect the servers, right? Then how to use the database, how you can use automation script to build the servers. Okay, monitoring, alerts, email. So these all things will come into picture. Okay, so that's also it's a start. So let's see how the things goes, and slowly you can improve that. But that's sure you can become AWS certified SysOps or administrators associate. Okay, then you can go for the DevOps professional as well. So you can pick that track. Once you into the domain, then slowly you will, the doors will open. You will explore the things. Then you can move forward. Okay. So I hope I gave the answer. So any other questions?
Thanks, Nadeem.
Okay. So if no question, let's move forward. So okay. So let's talk about the infrastructure. So infrastructure is something like your organization. Okay. So in the modern network, what we have like if you go to the office, you will find your systems. You will go and sit into the systems. Okay. What you need some applications to run. You need Outlook for the emails. You need Messenger to message your colleagues. You need IP phones. You need some server. You need some shared drives to store the things. You need internet. You need to go here, and you will by the cable you will connect to the switches. and from switches there will be routers, and from routers before here there will be firewalls, right? So this is how it works. So here all the servers will be there, your IP phones will be there, your printer, your scanner, these all things are here, right? So this is a typical network. Okay, but behind the scene, what exactly you have? Let's say you have an office in Hyderabad. Okay, you have office in Hyderabad. So here all the employees are sitting here. Let's say some 500 employees. So all these 500 employees, they need a services. They need like their time tracking system. Like you need internal portals where you can go and update your timesheet. You will be having HR portal where you will have your salary things and all. You need internet to access the internet, right? You need storage. You need share drive to store your work and all your designing and all, right? So these all things, and for that you need to manage this 100 people. You need a strong network there, right? In the network there will be separate data center in your office itself. Okay, DC, that is called a DC. In the data center, what you will have? In the data center, you will have a various racks. Okay, in the various racks. So this data center, it will have a, you need AC, very good power, AC is required. You need dual power supply. One is a local power, and you need UPS power there to make up and running your network 24/7, right? So you need power, you need AC, you need a maintenance of this, right? Okay, after that, let's say you have a switches here. Okay, so you need a network guy who will manage the switches and the router. Let's say you have a firewalls here, so you need a firewall guy to manage the firewalls rules and all. Okay, you have a servers here, so you let's say Microsoft server. For Microsoft server, you need a Microsoft server guy who will manage the Active Directory and all, right? You need email. You have many applications. Like similarly, you need a support team. You need a support team to go and check with like physical connectivity, check with servers, physical reboot, and those things and all. Okay, so just think about and what is the like the purpose of this all thing? Just to serve these 500 users. These 500 users, their day-to-day activity, either they will go to the internet or they will access the infrastructure application. They will use Outlook, they will use Skype, they will use Teams, and they will use the local application, HR tools, and your time attendance and all these things. Okay, so you need to manage this, and here what is the cost required here? The cost, yearly cost will be there. So you need to maintain. You need a maintenance people. You need huge electricity. You need a good power supply to manage this all, right? You need to manage. You need to pay for different teams who manage different services, right? You need a security team. They will see in and out, and they will monitor all the logs of these 500 users. You need logging servers. You need firewalls there. You need VPNs there, right? So these all things required there, right? So in the infrastructure, but in the cloud, you no need to worry about this. So what you need is this 500 users, whether they're sitting at office or at home, doesn't matter. They just need a internet connectivity. Okay, so that they can connect to the AWS cloud, and all these things will be here, and it will be all the infrastructure thing will be managed by the AWS. You need to pay for them. There will be racks, there will be data center, the power supply, dual power supply, redundancy. In infrastructure, what you want, like in Hyderabad, let's say, for example, you have one office in High-Tech City. Okay, and let's say if this office goes down, so what is your backup? You need to have another backup data center. Then you need to buy another office somewhere in, let's say, in Gachibowli or Amirpet. You have another backup server. So we call it as a DR. disaster recovery. So in case this office went down, you will have a capacity of at least 250 users will go there and sit there. So these are, and you know, all the services what is running here, the same services will be run here. So in AWS, you no need to manage the DRs. Why? Because because see, just think about the cost level. Every hardware it required a cost. Every hardware, every network device, every storage device, every security device, it required a yearly support from the vendor. It required yearly maintenance. You need a candidates to manage them. So the whole thing is getting reduced with the AWS. Okay. So what's going on here is this AWS cloud. Okay, one guy who is a solution architect. So he need a laptop only and the internet. He can connect here. This guy can build the server. This guy can monitor the server. This guy can make a network. This guy can automate the stuffs and get ready everything. So you know, here you required a 10 people, but here in AWS one guy is enough to do all these things. And rest all the maintenance, you know, 99.9% they give the availability guarantee, the AWS. Why? Because if suppose let's say okay, let's say you have a one service, okay, one service you want to host. So what generally we do, that service what we are hosting, so we will put one server in this site and another server, that backup server we will put into this site. So and we manage by the DNS. What we will do is we will put this is our primary server. In case it went down, we need to change the DNS to point to this server. So this server will be active. But in AWS, there is let's say they have the regions concept. Okay, so they have a big regions like US. In the US region, they have east, west, south, and north. Like 4 regions they have. So let's say you pick one region in the US. So in one region, you will have a 6 availability zone. 6 availability zone means they have a data center, 6 data center. So what you can do is you can put one server here, and one server here. So what will happen? It will be 100% redundancy, because the first of all, their region will never get disconnect. In case they disconnected, right? So they have a very huge redundancy to connect these all branches with the high speed. From the user end, you will not come to know that which server you connected, but they will give you that much of redundancy. Okay, the regions are there, availability is on there, so you can manage the things there. Okay, once we are into the console, I will show you some more stuff. So see, this is our traditional data center where you need to manage. Can you see this rack requirement? Number of devices per rack, number of copper and fiber panel, brush panel. You need a redundant power. You need scalability. You need structure. Okay, scalability. See, this is very good point. If suppose you have a switch. Let's talk about the switch. You have a 24 port switch. Okay, and all 24 users, and you have 24 users. So this switch got full. Okay, tomorrow a new joinee came. So you need to give him a LAN port, but there is no scalability. You need to order the new switch. Till that, you need to put this guy into hold. And once this new switch come, then you need to pull the cable from here to here. Then this guy can get into the network. The scalability is matter. But in AWS, there is no need of scalability. Anytime you can increase the things. Today, let's say you have a 4 GB RAM for one of the server. Okay, and suddenly you are seeing that some spike in your hits, spike in your utilization. So there is some one service called auto scaling. So that if you put that server into auto scaling, so that auto scaling, what it will do is, if you have 2 servers, right? So automatically, by seeing the traffic, it will build a new server to manage that particular time. And once that the traffic got reduces, it will reduce that remove that server, and you will have 2 servers. So it will cost you for that particular server only for some hours. Here the costing is per hour. Let's say you have one service. Okay, let's say you have one service which is required once in a year. It will run for 1 month only. Okay, let's talk about our um, uh, HR portals. Okay, so HR portals generally our salary slips and all. So generally, what people the highest hits will be from first to five. The people or 25 to 5 every month. So people they will try to see their old pay slip and the new pay slip, what the salary came. But in between, have you seen in between around 15? Have you any one of you log into the portal? Why? Because not required. So here we understand that this particular service is it is spike in from this date to this date. So you can host the services there, and how much you utilization, that much only the charge AWS will provide. You can go ahead and shut down that server. You can system down that server for the other time, and you can make any time. Let's say you service you want for the 2 hours in a day, so you can go ahead and you can auto scale that. So only that 2 hours you can schedule that 2 hours that service will run. After that, that service will goes down. So you no need to pay for that. But in infrastructure, once you have once you have any server, they say one, the cost and these all things will be managed. But in AWS, no need, the cost is reduces. So you pay as you use. Okay, but here, see here, in the data center, you no need to manage this all, because this all parts will be taken care by the AWS. So this part got reduces, right? No cable, no further cables, no racks, no fiber, no power, no structure cabling, no fire and safety requirement in AWS, because Amazon will manage everything. You no need to worry about that. Next, so in corporate network, in the corporate network, like I gave you the example, like you have one office in Hyderabad, then another office you have here. So you will be connected here. You have one, and with the MPLS cloud, you will have one branch in, let's say, Bangalore, one branch in Delhi, one branch in Dubai, one branch in USA. So you need a separate candidates, separate teams there. You need support teams in every site. Okay, and you need solid requirement of network guys, security guys, then developers. You need a system guys and all. But here I will tell you, here the network, system and security, one person can become all three, expert of these all three. Yes, one person can manage a network guy. He can build the server, he can secure the server, he can build the network in the cloud. So see, 3 jobs gone, 3 jobs. And similarly, if server guy, he no need a dependency of the network guy now, because he can manage the network itself. He can load balance the things. So it is a very dashing technology, I can say. It is not specific to the one candidate. Like previously, okay, network guy, he can work for the network, server guy, but here there is no difference. Anyone can do anything. Yes, that's true. We'll see that in the server. See, the servers is nothing but it is a key of any organization. You cannot run the organization without the servers. So n number of servers we have. Domain controller. Without that, you cannot use any Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, NTP. So these all servers are required. Email servers, right? AAA authentication servers, syslog servers. You need okay, for syslog server, most common problem with the servers is the server CPU utilization goes high and the slowness in the server. The people will complain that I'm unable to this share drive is very slow. The server guy will run and he will say, oh, CPU utilization is high. So what is and you will see months and months, and after some time you will decide to increase the RAM of that server. But here, within a fraction of second, you can increase the RAM, you can reduce the RAM, put any operating system, anything is possible in the cloud. Everything is, it is not virtualized. See, they have their own real data centers. Okay, Okay, only the thing is you no need to worry about that. Now you just focus on your application. You just go ahead, just build a server in the cloud and give it to the developer. They can start building the code and all. How they do in the infrastructure, similarly they can do in the cloud. There is nothing difference. This will be the permanent one. Okay. Now in the traditional on premise means the offices. Okay, in the traditional offices, the time and efforts is required here. You need a floor and rack spaces. You need a power and cooling requirement. You need a capex, the yearly cost of your hardware, right? Then there is a flexibility issue. There is a management issue. Recurring expenses, you will have a recurring expenses here. Okay, one server, let's say you need to you're using one Active Directory license or some security license. So let's say some 1 lakh rupees for one of the service. So you need to put for the next 5 years capex that we need this service 1 lakh rupees per year. So like this we prepare the capex. So there is a problem. Scalability issue, as I told you, scalability issue is there. You need a downtime. You need to you cannot predict how much traffic will come into picture, how many user is going to be hit on your server, right? So these all issues will get resolved in the AWS, in the cloud, I can say. So now, welcome to the cloud, Amazon Web Services. Okay, so in Amazon Web Services, you can manage the servers directly. You can manage the networking, but the only thing is there will be no cables, there will be no data center, no power, no nothing. But you will have a rights to create your own subnets. Okay, you have a rights to create your regions, in which region which server you want to put. That rights you have. Storage, it is your rights, how much storage you want. 1 TB, 2 TB, you can increase the any server's capacity in any time. You can increase the hard disk of server or any storage anytime. You can build multiple servers in multiple availability zone. So no, there is no point of redundancy. It is a fully redundant network, right? Remote computing you can start. Mobile, email, Outlook is a big challenge, but email service you can. Security, you can make a good security here. Okay, this how in infrastructure you can build a syslog service in the cloud where all the logs from these servers will come here. Okay, and you can do that, and you can use the automation here. With the automation, it will monitor the logs and it will take the action on that server. So that's why the cloud and the automation, this combination is deadly combination. That's why every organization in the US, recently, few of my colleagues they got the job, and they were telling you, Nadeem, if you have a cloud, then everyone is looking for the cloud here. Cloud automation. That's it. No more like other services I'm seeing here. My colleague recently she got the job, and she was telling, you are in the right place. Why? Because the cloud I'm seeing here, because now she started thinking, I need to learn the cloud. I started 2 years back, but she's because she's seeing there. Okay, so similarly the development and everything become very easy with the Amazon Web Services. Okay, so now see this is the comparatively structure. See here, this is our traditional infrastructure. Okay, this is a cloud. Okay, Amazon Web Services. Okay, so now in the traditional infrastructure, let's say for example for the security, what we use the firewalls. In AWS we use a security groups. In traditional we use ACL, access list. Here we use a network ACLs. In traditional security we have administrators. Okay, you can make an administrator of the server, you can make administrator of the firewall, switches, a different administrator for different platform. Here you can manage that with AWS IAM services. Okay, who will do what? It's nothing but a triple A. Who will do what level of access? So it is nothing but the access, accountability, and what is called you can accountable. You can get the logs. Who did what? When? So these things you can get from here. Similarly, in the networking, if you are in the networking, the router and the network pipeline, it will get replaced with the ELB, load balancer. The load balancer is now you no more required F5 here, because Amazon have their beautiful ELB, load balancer, elastic ELB, switch, router, network ports, not no more thing. Here VPC is there. VPC is nothing but your data center. All the networking things will be done in the routing table will be there, right? MAC addresses will be there. That all cover in the VPC, right? Then come to the servers. In on-prem servers, you will have various servers. So here you can have AMIs, and you can use that AMIs into the EC2 instance, Amazon EC2 instances. So the instance is nothing but it is a virtualization. So by using in the EC2, you can put any image, whether it is a Windows 2000 server, 2006, 2016 server, Linux server, any image. Just take the image and put it into the EC2, and your server is ready. How simple it is, and you can put the monitoring and all. Everything is there. Similarly, in the storage in the database, here we required a SAN, NAS, and RDD and these things. But similarly here we have a S3 bucket, we have RACs, we have EFS, EBS. So these all services there. In infrastructure, we required for monitoring, we required a NOC, we required a SolarWind, we required alerting tool, SNMP. So here everything, CloudWatch is there, cloud alarms are there. Here Lambda functionality is there, Cloud Visionary is there. So everything is there. So, and it is more and more visibility. Who did what, when, everything, all the logs can be seen here. So, guys, now we spend more than 2 decades, 10 years plus 10 years, 10 years plus maybe we have 15 years people here. So they are the expert here. So don't you think the next 10 years, as the future is going towards cloud, so why it is how much time it will take to you to learn? Because you no need to learn the servers. You are already expert of the servers. You no need to learn the Active Directory. You are already expert of that. So only thing is how to build the servers, how to manage the servers. So those things you need to understand here in the cloud. So here everything is in the cloud. Okay. So this is the comparatively services from traditional to the Amazon Web Services, right? So cloud computing. Okay, so this is something very important. So in on-site, so what is the difference between on-site and the cloud? So in the on-site, you need to manage your own networking. You need to manage your storage, your servers, your virtualization, your operating systems, middleware, runtime, database, application. Everything is you are 100% owner, and you are 100% all the risk and everything will be depend on you. Okay, in infrastructure. But there are 3 more services the cloud provider does: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Let's talk from here. Software as a service. Software as a service, this is something the cloud provider will take care of this. They will take care of networking, storage, server, everything. So you just need to go and use the application. Your application is ready. Let's say, for example, the software as a service is you can say Zoom. What is this? Zoom. Zoom is nothing but the application. You just install a utility and you are ready to use. We are talking on that. That's a service. Just example. Because you are not managing, you don't know what servers are there. You no need to take care of the networking and all. So that's the SaaS service. It comes under the cloud provider. They provide us the SaaS. There is something called PaaS. It means platform as a service. So there are few cloud services. They will provide, they will take care of the networking, storage, servers, everything. But the data and application, it will be your. So you need to take care of your. You can build, you can take their infrastructure and put the data there. The server and operating system and all, everything they will manage. You just need to use their platform as a service and put the data there and use the application. Similarly, the IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Can you see here the networking, the cabling, data center, the storage, servers, and the virtualization? Everything will be managed by the cloud provider. What is your rights? What you can manage? Which operating system you want to put into the servers? What is the middleware? What will be the runtime? What will be the data? What is the application? So these all will come into the IaaS. So we are going to learn the IaaS platform. So infrastructure as a service. So the who provide the infrastructure as a service? So there are n number of organizations. The Gartner is something. This is a genuine report. They do for all the vendors, like firewall. Who is the leader of the firewall? So they put into the four categories: leaders, challengers, nickel players, and the business. So if someone is just coming, so they will be here. They are just improved, they will be here. They again improved, they will be here. And if they are the leaders, they will be here. Why we are learning the Amazon web services? Because as per the Gartner report, they are the leaders of the market. Similarly, the next one is the Microsoft, and similarly the Google. Okay, so Azure is there. Okay, then Microsoft, Google Cloud as well. So that's why these all are this is something, this is called AWS. You might have learned heard about AWS, Azure, Microsoft, Google services. So they have different services, but this all guys, there is a Alibaba Cloud as well, Oracle Cloud, IBM. So various cloud. Similarly, if you go to the networking one, there is a Cisco. So do you think only the Cisco provide the router, switches, and firewalls? No, there is a Juniper. There is a Aruba is there. So there are n number of vendors, but Cisco is the leader. Similarly, the 90% of the market captured by AWS. That's why we are going to learn, because if you learn any, you see, you are open to learn any cloud services. The all are same, but only thing is, if in the market 10 jobs are there, okay, for the cloud, so 8 job will be belongs to the AWS and 2 will be for this Azure and all. So the scope will be less here, but no doubt in the future you can learn if you have a multiple cloud technologies in your hand, that then you are the winner, you are the king of that. But to be start, let's focus on this, because here 90% of the market and the job openings is more in the AWS. Why? Because they are, like, I can say, the in the networking world, they are like the Cisco, the similarly the AWS. Okay, but there is a discussion again. There is another discussion: Azure versus AWS, Azure versus Microsoft, Google. So don't just go for the discussion. Okay, you can learn that in the future, but let's focus on this one, AWS. Why? Because they are having the more market into that. So this is how. So what is AWS? I can say wow. Why? Because it has all the things. So before I jump into the console, anyone having any thoughts, anything, please, you can share that. No? Yes?
So, so in this training, we would like to learn infrastructure as a service, how to provide the infrastructure.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Nadeem, I have one more question.
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know if this is the right time to ask this question or maybe in the later sections, but I have been running into a term called Cloud Foundry. So, can you just give a 30-second elaboration on it?
Cloud Foundry.
Yeah.
maybe we can discuss on that. Not now.
No problem.
Okay. Because yeah, now I need
That's
to.
okay. I mean, it is more relevant on the SAP side. That's why I thought maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we will discuss that in during the
Sure.
course. Okay. So, are you able to
Thank
see
you.
my screen? I'm just resume share. Why it is?
Yes, we are able.
Okay, so let me log into the console, how it is, and you can have a look and feel of the AWS console. So, are you able to see the Google page? Yes, no?
No.
Okay, fine. One second. Let me stop and share it again. Now?
Yes.
Okay. So, now see, now I'm sitting at home. Okay, and I want to use the AWS console. See, here you don't need any software, you no need any virtualization, you no need any thing, but you just need a laptop, okay, and you need internet. Okay, so what I'm going to write here, AWS console. Okay, you can say AWS management console. Oops, Amazon. Okay, so AWS management console, you can, there is option sign in to the console. Okay, so now I'm into console. If you are a new user, create a new AWS account. So we will see that in coming days. You will see that there is a free tier account, so you can go ahead and create that free tier account, but it required a credit card information, and it will charge you 1 rupees, and they will give you back that once you register. Okay, why? Because if suppose some because in AWS whatever we use, everything is everything is not free. There are, but they put some services as a free, so you can use that and delete it later. So you will not, they will not charge you even a single rupees. But suppose you build one server for the testing and you kept it as it is, so the charging will start on that. So I will show you how to reduce that cost, and how to how we can practice AWS with less amount, because I never pay much amount of for the AWS practice and all. You just create it, practice it, and delete it, so no one will ask you, no one, they are not going to charge anything. Okay, so there is something, so let me log into my console. Okay, one second. Okay, okay, so actually I put the dual authentication here. So no, if even someone stole my password, but still they need to, yeah, I have one application in my mobile, so I just put this number will change every time, in every few seconds, so you need to match that number, then so it is called a dual authentication. So I just use dual authentication to access my console. So welcome. So this is a console, AWS console. Okay, so by in the right side you will see like support, and if you want to open the tag, you can go ahead and open the tag here. Documentation, trainings, many things are there. As I was telling you, so these are the regions. See, this is called, in US you have these regions: North Virginia, Ohio, California, Oregon. Then in the Asia Pacific you have a AP East, South. See, Mumbai, there is a, one more region is coming in Hyderabad. So in the APAC region, the Hyderabad data center is it is into build. So just think about, if you learn today, so maybe we will get a job into the Hyderabad office itself. Okay, the new region is coming there. So the new region means every region will have multiple data centers. Okay, you can put you can use one region and use various availability zone from that region, and you can push the servers there. We'll talk about that in coming days. So these are the regions. Okay, so by default I connected to the North Virginia. Okay, I can go ahead and connect to the Mumbai. Okay, so this is something. And if you see here your account and billing, so they have very good dashboard. They will tell you what the billing purpose and all. So now let's move back here, services. So guys, these all services provided by the AWS. Okay, can you see here how many services? More than 100 services are there. So are you going to learn all the 100 services? No, because the that the certification tracks which we have seen, like there are some, if you're looking for the security, so there are security features. You need to focus on those services. There are networking features. You need to look into that. So these all services are. So again, like compute means the like EC2 instances. Okay, you can build the servers by, so in the compute you can do this all this. Okay, similarly if you come down, so you will see many things. So in the networking, let me show you the networking and content delivery. Can you see this? In the networking you have a VPC, so you can create the VPCs here, your network here. CloudFront, Route S3, Route F53. It is nothing but the DNS service. The legacy DNS service replaced by the Route 53. Your storage replaced by the S3 bucket. Your data center is replaced by VPC. Okay, so we are going to learn the VPCs. Okay, how to build the VPC. Then security and identity compliance. Can you see this? So these all features are related to the security. So sorry. So here, IAM, the like access management. Then you have a security manager, Amazon machine learning certificate managers, security hub, artifactory. So WAF and Shield. Like web application firewalls are there. So many things. Key management services. Many things are encryption, decryption, AWS network firewalls. So if you are looking for the security, then you need to be expert of these guys, these all services. So these all the services. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one thing. Let me show you few services. Let's say VPC. It is nothing but our traditional thing. So what I did, I'm just open into another console. So if I go here, so okay, so you can see here in VPC. Okay, can you see this? Your VPC, subnets, route table, internet gateways, egress and DHCP options. Okay, endpoints, NAT gateways. Then in the security, you have in the VPC you have a security network ACL security groups. Then you have a, AWS network firewalls, VPNs. How you are going to connect this AWS cloud to your office? You can have a customer gateways. You can create a VPN. You can have a site-to-site VPN. Okay. So now, see, if you are a server guy and if you never learn about the networking, then this is the platform. You can learn here. There is not hard and soft thing. It is not complicated thing. Okay, it's simple. You can create a VPC. VPC is nothing but one network. See, you can see here. This is the default VPC. Can you see this? It is nothing but the CID here. The whole subnet is 172.30.31.0. It's class B IP address. Then under this VPC, they created. You have a subnets. Okay, if you see here. Okay, can you see this? So you have a subnets here. So and these subnets, let's say /20/20. So these subnets are in different availability zone. Like in North Virginia, right now I'm into region of Virginia. So under North Virginia, I have a various availability zone. So I have a 6 data centers. So I can put my server into any data center. Okay. So how to build the server? So let me show you how quickly I can build the server. So let me go to the EC2. Okay, guys, today is actually the demo only, so we already crossed the time. But in the demo, if you give me 10 minutes, I can just build one server and we'll stop the session today, and we can discuss tomorrow in the detail. So now see here, I'm into the EC2 instance. Okay, so you can see the instances. You can see AMI is nothing but the images. Okay, you can have a backup and volume and snapshot. Backup is nothing but your backup of your what is called backup of servers. Okay, you can take any backup, storage, and the volumes, the your D drive, E drive, you can take backup of that. Okay, then the security groups, then the load balancer. The load balancer is here. You can create the load balancer. Network ACL attached there. Okay, now I want to launch one instance. So I will go here and I'm going to launch the instance. Okay, so this is okay. So now when I'm going to, so to launch any instance, you need seven steps. Okay, the first thing what they're asking, which AMI, which operating system you require. So let's say, see, all the Red Hat, Linux, everything is here. Can you see here there is something called for free tier only. So while practice you can use this one. So free tier, see, these are the Linux boxes. So let me see, do I have anything in the Microsoft? Can you see this? Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base free tier release. So if I use this into EC2 instance, Amazon is not going to charge me. Okay, so I will just select this. Okay, now when you select the server, so what the next? You need the EBS. Okay, what is the EBS? What is the memory? What is the type of these things? That is the that we are going to learn in the coming days. But you know, see here again, it's by default it's selected T2 micro. This is nothing but the free tier. So I just need to use the free tier. Then go ahead and configure the instance. Okay, now they are asking in which VPC you want this server to be placed. I have a one VPC only. Under which subnet? Can you see this availability zone? US East 1B, US East 1A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 data centers. So I want to put it into this one in US East 1A here. And the rest thing you need a public IP address or that. So I'm not going into that much detail. Just say yes. And now after selecting the location, you need to put the storage. What storage you want to put? See, by default the 30 gig. They are providing a free service. If you put the 100 GB there, so it will charge for you. Okay, its volume is nothing but your D drive, your C drive of that server. So you can add multiple volumes. Okay, in the server. Then next add tags. If you want to use the tag, let's say name. So I will say Microsoft Server 2019. Okay, I put this tag. Security group, very important. See, in the security group, what I want to do this RDP. Okay, from this machine. See, right now I'm sitting in the internet. So 0.0.0. So this is something we need to learn in the security groups. So 0 means internet. Anyone can connect SSH to this server or RDP to this server. Okay. Also, if you want to another rule, you can go ahead and you can add here like ICMP. I want to ping this server as well. Okay, from where I want to ping this server from internet. Okay, so I just use this review. Okay, improve instant. It is asking to review and launch. Okay, while launching, they are asking for the key. Choose an existing key or create a new key. So I will say I want to create a new key. So let's say I will say Microsoft key. Okay, and I will just download this key because once my server is up, I need to put this key to access that server and launch the instance. Here we go. Your server is getting ready. Can you see this? Your instance are now launching. If you go here, now you will see your server is starting. Can you see this server? What it is saying? The Microsoft Windows 2019 server. Okay, and if you just select this one, okay, so you will see, okay, you got the IP address. You got 172.31.271 private IP address. You also got the public IP address. By using this public IP address, you are going to access that server. Okay, and which VPC, your VPC, this subnet ID, and what is this, that server instance type. Okay, then instance ID. Every Microsoft server will have an instance ID, so they will charge you based on the instance. AMI. AMI is nothing but the image. Which image you use? I use the Windows server image. Okay, so they have their own image. So now, if I want to use, just say refresh. So you need to wait here, because right now this server, it is not yet launched. So can you see the instance? It is showing pending. So it will get initialized, then it will have a, okay, can you see this? It is showing running. So status check is initializing. So now they are building the server, they are installing the image. Okay, those things are happening, and once the server is ready, it will take 5 to 10 minutes. Once it is ready, you will see a 2x2 tick. Then you will be able to log into that server. Okay, now if I say here, okay, can you see this 44 dot? This is my public IP address. So, and can I ping to this server? Let me see this. Once my server is ready, I will be able to reach to that server on the public IP address, because I am sitting on the internet. Okay, so this is, in coming days we will learn this, like how to access the server, because while working from office, there will be different procedure, because working from office is nothing but your AWS is already connected to your office as a branch office, so you can use the private IP address that time. You don't need a public. But while working from home, you're sitting at home, right? And this is not my office laptop. This is my personal laptop. I don't have any VPN, anything. So I just need an internet connection. So I just connected to this one. So you can see here. So it is still showing initializing. Okay. While initializing, if I go here, I want to see what's my server updates. So if I can you see this? You have an option: stop instance, reboot instance, and terminate instance. Okay. Reboot means it will just a normal reboot. Stop means you can stop it and you can on it tomorrow again. Okay. So similarly, if you go here in image and in the networking, you can see, you can attach the interfaces. Many things are there. So we'll throughout the course we'll see. I want to see the get instance screenshot. I want to see the screenshots, what actually exactly going on into the server. Can you see? My server is ready. Yay! Can you see this? My server is ready and it is showing this one. So let me go back to the instance and see what the status showing. So I'm here in the instance, and my server is ready. I think it will take some time. As I told, 5 to 10 minutes it will take. So here the check status check should be 2x2. It will come. So it means your server is ready and you can go ahead and launch access the server. So let me see if I can ping the server. Not yet. So it will take a little bit time, but your server will get ready, because it will create the Amazon will create the server, because they already have a hardware. What is your rights? You need to put what image you want into the EC2, what security group you want to be. Okay, and once it is ready, then you can do a RDP to that server, and your server is ready. So it will take a little bit time. And guys, throughout this course, because this is actually we are building it into the real time. Okay, so it will take time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So you need to have a patience on that. It is not like a virtual environment or any VM that I'm just showing here once it is done 1 minute. But this is actually the real server is getting built. So in the real time, just think about if you want to build a server. So Nasir, you build the server. So how much time it take? Can you tell me?
It will take 3 hours.
Okay, 3 hours. Okay. Now can you see my server is ready here? Okay. So my server is ready. So let me see if I can ping that public IP address. If I'm not able to ping, that's fine. We need to go and look for the security services for that. Okay, now let me pick this IP address. Before that, I need a password of the server, right? So I will just select that server and say connect. Okay, RDP client. So here, download remote. See here, the by default the administrator the password you want, right? So get password. So now you need to put this key that downloaded in the start. So I will say browse, and I will key. I'm going to put it here. Okay, and when I said decrypt, I got my password, right? So I will put this password into one notepad. Okay, this is my password. And how can I connect to my server? So I got the IP address here. So right now you're sitting at internet from the public IP. So I will go copy this and I will go for the RDP, remote desktop services. Remote desktop services, and just put the IP address, connect. Can you see this? Administrator. And just take this password. Securing remote connection. It got accepted. So very soon I will be into my server. There we go. Your server is with you. So it's just preparing. So you can see all the things. Your server is ready here, and you can start building the Active Directory. You can start whatever the things here. Here we go. Can you see this? Your server is ready. And if I go for, let's say, CMD, right now I'm in the server. I'm not in my machine. Okay. So I'm here. If I say IP config, so you can see this is my IP address. Can I access to internet from this server to internet? Just say ping 8.8.8.8 -t. Yes, I can access to the internet. Similarly, let's see about the storage, like how much memory I got. Can you see my this PC? I got 30 GB. See, you remember that we selected that 30 GB. If you want another volume, C, D drive, E drive, you can add the volumes there, but it will cost for you. Okay. So this is how this your server is ready. And if you want to see the Microsoft services, what is that command?
Services.msc.
Services.msc.
Yeah.
Here we go. Your services are ready here. You can start building application. So can you see this? This is a EC2 instance. By how much time it takes? 5 minutes. Your 5 to 10 minutes. Your server is ready. And going throughout this course, like how to add the volumes, how to increase the volumes, how to have multiple servers, how to take the backup of these servers. Everything you are going to learn here. Okay. If suppose I want to reboot, okay, and this is everything's here, so I can just go ahead close this server, okay, and I'm going to terminate it. That's it. See, configuration is easy, termination is easy, and they will not charge me any single amount because I use all the free services and I use it and I shut down it. That's it. Terminated. Gone. So throughout this course, how to monitor these servers. You can have multiple servers there and multiple regions. So these all things will learn throughout this course. So I hope the lecture was like informative, and I wish because we have, I can see here like we have a good team, and to learn any technology we need a good.
Provided us with a virtual desktop. So would the process be very similar to this, the server that you built?
This is a Microsoft server I built, and you can create, you can use any image, and you can create the servers.
I'm talking about the desktop, virtual desktop. Like.
Yeah, VMs. You can create the VMs.
The only thing is, if I rightly understand this, the platform is different, but yeah, you should be able to configure it as per your requirement. Only the platform is different. Yeah, as I support on VMware, I could see, majority of the options are similar. So only the platform is different.
True.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So, any questions? So, if I'm excited, so if you guys excited and ready to start with this, so let's go ahead and from tomorrow we can go into full place. The practice, you can consider 2 hours for this class and 2 hours for your practice. It's a 2 hours maximum, but it will not take some time. Only some labs are lengthy. It will take, but I will not take much 2 hours. It will be 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But you need to do that practice, and you need to confirm into the group that okay, screenshots and all, because it's a learning. It's a common learning. It's group learning. It is not like a one-to-one tutor. So it's a team. We need to work as a team. We need to, like, just now see. Nasir shared something. Salman shared something. Ismail shared something. I was not aware about that part because I'm not a server guy. But so we need to collaboratively learn this. So we need to make a team. Then only we can learn this. We can focus on this. I am ready to teach you. And whatever I have knowledge, I'm ready to show you. But there are, because Microsoft have n number of services. I'm not an expert of in all the services, but the majority of the services which use in day-to-day data centers, day-to-day organization, those services I'm going to focus on. Okay, so with that note, I will stop the session today.